Hi, Eddie. Was the biggest disappointment tonight that, as good as Barcelona were at times, that many of the wounds were self-inflicted?
Yeah, our defending today was not at the level that it was just a few days ago at Chelsea. Starting with the first goal where two players slip, then we concede a set play, then probably the big moments, the penalty. So as well as we played in the first half, and I thought we were outstanding in many aspects, it was really a great representation of how we want to play. We had too many individual errors within the performance to sort of carry that great performance through, because really, if we'd performed anywhere near or defended anywhere near the level we can, I think we'd have been leading at half-time, not trailing.
Okay, Luke Edwards in the middle here.
What was your reading of the second half? Because I suppose at 2-2 at half-time, you could have changed, you could have switched up, you could have sat a little bit more deep and played on the counter, but you were obviously chasing the game at the second half. And did you feel that left you too open after the break?
Yeah, we were trailing the game. I didn't see a need to necessarily change how we were playing at half-time. I thought we were really, really strong. But then, of course, we conceded another set play. So the first 4 goals, we're looking at it going, it's, in terms of how we play, it's a strange sort of execution of the goals against us. I don't think psychologically you can say that we recovered from the moment at half-time. That's what it looked like to me. Because second half, we certainly didn't have the same energy. And then when the game was effectively over, we didn't react well to that moment either, so it became a very, very difficult second half. And even changing to play lower and deeper and compact space didn't really help us in our efforts.
Thank you. Nisha Joshi.
Hi, Eddie. As raw as this defeat will feel now, this has been a special journey for the club in the Champions League this season and the thousands of fans that have made it out here. But it is another huge week with the derby on the horizon on Sunday. How do you pick yourself up from what was a really tough second half, particularly?
Yeah, I've got no problems picking myself up. It's more the players. I'm able to move quite quickly through things and the game and the review process to then think of the future very quickly. Now it's all about Sunderland. It's not about what's happened today. It's about learning from today and evolving and changing if we need to. But it's about the next game and making sure we're mentally ready, physically ready for what's going to be a huge game for us and for the whole city. So I think that's quite a good game for us to go straight into, because there's no time for any other thought than that one.
Thanks, Nisha. Lee Ryder.
Hi, Eddie. Did they disrupt what you were trying to do, or was it just a case of you couldn't live with that devastating start after the break, especially with Rafinha playing the way he did?
Yeah, I think our performance dropped. I think that was quite clear. You can't concede. The first 4 goals, you can't concede. The 2 set plays are sort of unforgivable to a degree, because you know how good they are in other aspects of their play. So to concede from 2 sort of regulation, 1 free kick, 1 corner, that can't happen if you're going to progress. And as I said, I think psychologically we never recovered from the moment at half-time for whatever reason that was. Whether we felt that we should have had a penalty at the other end, I don't know. But there was certainly a dip in our performance.
Okay, Craig Hall, we'll go to Dom.
Hi, Eddie, you've touched on this quite a bit in terms of that third goal being the killer goal. Really, what was your take on it? Was it a penalty? Was it not? How did that passage come about, just when you should be really seeing out the half in a strong position?
Yeah, the timing of the goal again, Craig, it's such a difficult one for us all to take, because we're bang on half-time. As you say, we should be going in at 2-2 with a great feeling that we're very much in the tie. And anything is possible and could happen from that moment. As it is, we're going in a sort of a negative feeling. Well, I don't think we defended the build-up anywhere near well enough. In terms of the outcome, is it a clear and obvious error? I had similar feelings to the one at the other end. Maybe it was a bit of a stronger call than our penalty, but I think it's tough on us for one not to be reversed and that one to be.
Thank you. Dominic Skerr, please.
Hi, Eddie. Sandro Tonali forced off early in the second half. Just what was the issue there, and is he potentially now a doubt for Sunday's game?
Yeah, I'd say he's a doubt. He looks like he's got a groin sort of hip problem. I thought he performed really well in the first half, and we really missed him in that second period. I don't know, possibly.
Yes, please.
Fernando Tarrio para el 10 del Barça y el Curubito Internacional. Quería comentarte que el Newcastle ha sido un duro competidor y desde luego uno de los equipos más en forma de la Premier, a pesar de esta eliminación ante un gran Barça. ¿Crees que tu equipo quizás se ha demostrado estar preparado para aguantar un partido físico e intenso los 90 minutos, pero en cambio le ha resultado imposible aguantar ese intercambio de goles y ocasiones con el Barça? Muchas gracias.
Mine didn't. Tell me what you said.
You complimented your team in terms of shape, in terms of compared to the Premier League teams. Can you just repeat the second part of the question, please?
Sí, que si crees que tu equipo quizás se ha demostrado estar preparado para aguantar un partido físico intenso, los 90 minutos, pero en cambio le ha resultado imposible aguantar ese intercambio de goles y ocasiones con el Barça.
Yeah, I think it was difficult when the scoreline got away from us and the tie was effectively over. The players gave so much to that opening sort of 55, 60 minutes that I think that was the toughest period we had in the game, the last sort of that middle period between 60 minutes and 80 minutes was really difficult for us. I have to compliment their technical delivery, their midfield players I thought were excellent today, and of course their attackers, when given chances, were ruthless as well. So I thought we gave them a really good game for the whole 90 minutes at St James's Park and then for a half today.
Okay, we'll take two more, please. Martin Hardy and Scott Wilson, if you wait for the microphone.
Chance for that.
Hi Eddie, what are your emotions right now and how great is the desire to get back into the Champions League?
Yeah, of course. I think this is where we want to be. As much as today's a harsh scoreline on us and a painful experience, to see the players play in the way that we did in the first half and execute 90% of what we wanted, it was a great feeling and a great sight. And I don't think that should all be forgotten with the scoreline, as difficult as that is for everyone to see. Certainly in the first 45 minutes, that's not reflective of how the game was.
Okay. Scott Wilson, to finish, please.
You touched on Sunday there, Eddie. I mean, it always felt like it was going to be a big game. It probably has just got that little bit bigger now. I mean, how big is the desire from you and the players to kind of, I guess, respond to this, but also respond to what happened at Sunderland in the first half of the season?
Yeah, it's huge. I think it's difficult for me to sort of talk about it. I think we've got to play, and we've got to play like our lives depend on it. It's such a big game for the city, for our supporters, for everyone connected with the club. We know that. We knew that before the first game. We know it even more now. So we need to deal with this very quickly and then look to Sunday.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. Cheers.